Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW video with our WWE 2003 mod. You join us today for Backlash, which hopefully will be the kickstart of a good successful run right through until WrestleMania 20. As always, before we start the video, much appreciated for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. And as always, any comments on TW, wrestling in general, are appreciated in the comments section. And as always, any likes, subs, etc. deeply appreciated as well. If you have any questions you want to ask me as well and you don't want to do the comments section, you can of course tweet me at 21 Maxwell. And don't forget to check out other bookers on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit, the Grey Dog Software forums, and of course the FMers and bookers on the recommended list. So there's a few rematches admittedly, but it's starting to branch away from where we are with the WWE. And as I say, I've got a few plans for who I want to push going forward. And yeah, let's change the course of history. So sold out 38,000 at the Joan C. Edwards Stadium, which is good to see. I was going to book it like my WWE save in 2021, forgetting I've kept time limits on here, which is good, makes it a bit more challenge. But I also saw this match drop to the pre-show, and it was a good wrestling match with a decent reaction from the crowd. And it saw Mark Henry defeat Kane in 8:14 by pinfall. So C plus 68, it makes Mark Henry look dominant. Protected Kane to an extent as well, but big things are planned for Kane going forward. I just wanted to give Henry that one big win before he kind of goes his own separate way away from Kane, so he gets a bit of overness. Disappointingly, no skill improvements, and after the match he attacks Kane. He was going to put him through a table, but our pay-per-view provider said that was too risky. So B plus 81, because that's what Mark Henry does. We then start the show with a hype video for our two main events tonight. Yes, of course, we do have Bill Goldberg's pay-per-view debut as he takes on The Rock. But both titles are on the line, and those will always be the most important things, and should be the most important things in the company. So we've got the WWE Championship on the line as The Undertaker defends against Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's mandatory rematch clause, and that lucky son of a gun, that jammy bass, Triple H defends the World Heavyweight Championship against both Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin in what can only be described in a dream match. Can Evolution stay clear? Can the game somehow steal the win? Let's find out, and that was an E90 for that hype video. So we start the show with the Intercontinental title on the line. There's a good wrestling match with a decent reaction from the crowd as Rhino picks up the win in 12:30 with the Goa, making his third title defence to a B-76. The match still suffers from a lack of psychology. That's understandable. It got the crowd hotter. If you've been following the series, you know the reason why this match took place. Rhino shocked the world at WrestleMania, had been defending against Christian, was defending against Chris Jericho. Jeff Hardy was involved. Jeff Hardy got wasted on drugs. Chris Jericho got injured because of Jeff Hardy being wasted on drugs. Meaning we're back to Rhino and Christian, and Rhino picks up the win, a good win. And as I say, hopefully we can get that psychology start boosted over time. Then have a promo from Jericho after it via satellite, and he just says, shite, he's injured, it's really unfortunate, but he will be back, and he's going to show this place will never, ever be the same again as he wins that IC title. So B77. We then have the WWE Tag Titles on the line, and it was a decent match that saw the Team Angle, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, pick up the shock victory over Los Guerreros, Eddie and Chavo, when Shelton defeated Chavo, illegally using the ropes for leverage, giving Team Angle the tag champs. B79 is pretty decent here. Of course, Eddie and Shelton are far better in terms of overness and performance than their tag partners, but it's showing how weak Chavo is, so there's a bit of tension between Los Guerreros, and we want to try and build Shelton and Charlie up as much as possible, because obviously Shelton has a great singles career, but we want to try and give both of them a good tag run, and hopefully successful singles careers down the line. We're not going to break them up like in 2003, they'll definitely have at least a year together before we see what happens. They celebrate in the ring after the match. They are the champs, of course, so that is a C59. So a long way to go in terms of getting them over. We then have a 2-on-3 handicap match. This, of course, was the FBI teaming up on Rey Mysterio, and then Brock Lesnar just wrecking shit, basically. So a decent matchup saw Ray and Brock defeat the full-blooded Italians of Nunzio, Johnny Stamboli, and Chuck Palumbo in 5:36 when Mysterio defeated Stamboli with a 6-1-9. So Lesnar, of course, will look head and shoulder above everyone else. A B79 is pretty good, but that was just to show how damn dominant the next big thing really is. After the matchup, Ray and Brock send the two bullies Palumbo and Stamboli packing. So a B-75, again, just making Brock look like a beast. He's such a hard guy to book as a babyface as well, because you're so used to him being a heel. But anyway, back to Raw. About that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from our crowd, and it was Lance Storm and William Regal who defeated the Dudleys in 12-12 when Regal defeated Devon cleanly by submission with the Regal stretch. So they make the third defence of their tag titles a very solid B81. I just felt like it's such a good tandem, and I feel like Lance Storm was criminally underrated in WWE, and Regal, fair enough he didn't get it in real life, I do want him morph into a world champion at one point, so both guys will be getting pretty protected a lot of the time. A good match. Then, because we have to get our usual quota of attractive females on the show, and Trish is still injured, so I can't have a match, 4-way bikini contest between Stacy Keibler, Trish, Tori, and Dawn Marie. Stacy Keibler picks up the win. She's a manager on this, so I thought, give her the win. Well, let's be frankly honest, all four of them at that time, and probably now are still wow. But Stacy Keibler, regardless, picks up the win with a C+68. We then have another Raw match. It's a decent match, which saw Evolution's Batista and Randy Orton, defeat Booker T and Goldust, and Batista beats Goldust with a Batista bomb. Booker T carries the match. A B79, pretty standard mid-card matchup. Booker probably getting sick of Goldust. Batista and Randy continuing to improve slowly. Disappointing that they didn't have any skill improvements, but overall, pretty decent match as we continue to build them up. I don't think the way they're going, they'll get world championships as quickly as they did in real life, but never say never. We then have a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, which saw the Big Show pick up the win over Chris Benoit in 11:38 with a chokeslam due to Paul Heyman's interference. So a B-75, actually two good performances from Benoit and Big Show. Of course, this story started when Benoit beat A-Train, and then Big Show decided he beat my pal for, so he then beat up Chris Benoit. The match suffered because of a lack of selling, which is always going to happen with Big Show's stats, and probably wasn't the greatest worker at this moment in time. But overall, decent matchup, and then Big Show and A-Train beat up Chris Benoit after the match for a B81 to continue the storyline, thus also gaining some heat. Then we had the US title match. It was a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat. Edge did defeat John Cena in 15:27, but he won via countout, so Cena retains. Again, a B79 because of the lack of psychology, so again, a lot of these wrestlers are just going to have to probably work with Kurt Angle just to boost up that psychology stat for the future, but two good performances. And as I say, if they were psychology sorted, we'd be looking at a good B+ match there. Then The Rock lays a verbal beatdown on Bill Goldberg. He just says, wow, you were at WCW, where I'm sitting here being the people's champ, sitting and being in movies like a proper rock star. Because remember, he's a heel, so he's probably just saying, like I was getting movies and stuff, and you were back to that employment line after WCW folded. So The Rock's going to lay the smackdown, whip Bill Goldberg's whippy Steve Austin looking like ass. So A90, performance of The Rock was good. The matchup I don't think will be great, but we'll see. Of course, we'll do the big entrance for Goldberg, B78 for his pyrotechnics. Yeah, and the match itself, I did feel wouldn't be great, but exceptional matchup. Goldberg defeats The Rock in 15:42 with a spear. Same to real life. Bill Goldberg up with a win. The Rock will I'd say happily do the job. Not so much here. B80. Goldberg was tiring after a 15-minute match, which is worrying. Lack of psychology between these two. The Rock had to be kept strong to put Goldberg over, so you can tell in the performance, Goldberg's probably past his prime, and The Rock's still there. So hopefully Rocky doesn't go to Hollywood, and we can maybe even just, properly bring back a lot more championships to The Rock than he would have got. But lucky psychology and booking decisions probably took this from, I'd say, maybe about an 85, 86. But still, Goldberg, true to real life, picks up the win. Next up, WWE Championship in the line. Undertaker hypes it against Kurt Angle. E+88, it's just Taker just saying, usual, he's coming into my yard, I'm going to kick Kurt Angle's ass and remain champion. And yes, oh my word, the match wasn't great at WrestleMania, but here at Backlash, absolutely incredible. An exceptional matchup. Undertaker defeats Kurt Angle in 22:47 with a chokeslam. Makes his first title defence, but an A95, so fair play to them. Good that we're getting a good match out of Taker as the American Badass. Or, he would still be Badass, he'd probably morph into Big Evil at this point. But yeah, 95 to Kurt Angle's 91. That's good to see. Taker improves a couple of skills as well. Only negative, inconsistency and an ounce work of Michael Cole, so that's good. And it shows what a great hand Kurt Angle was at this moment in time in 2003. Well, up to our main event, hyping up Triple H, Austin and Michaels. What I've kind of going with in this hype video is they document the past of Triple H v Shawn Michaels, the past of Triple H versus Steve Austin, and the past of Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels. That none of these men can trust each other, they all hate each other, they've all got a history. Who will prevail in the biggest match potentially in WWE history? This match, done well, didn't deliver as much as the last match, but I'm still fairly happy. And the exceptional match saw Triple H defeat Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin in 24:45 when Triple H defeated HBK with a handful of the tights, making his fourth defence to an A90. All three guys with a plus 90 performance. I was going to put it in Austin, but then I thought, no, let's go somewhat real life. Let's make Triple H be properly despised. Let's make him the main man, as if saying here, Vince is my father-in-law, I want to be champ. Let's go with that kind of mindset, and let's see how much we can put Triple H over. But yeah, good match, a few negatives. Austin drinking didn't help, declining physical ability didn't help, but good there. And then after the match-up, Austin chases Triple H, just a B77, pretty somber note to end a good show. But we get an A90, which may be up there, one of the best ratings, if not the best rating of this particular series so far. But yeah, increase the pop in 34 regions, a lot of things happening on Raw and SmackDown. Overall, pretty damn good week. So I think we'll go with The Rock, we'll go with Kurt Angle and Undertaker. I'm just going to tell Kurt Angle he's awesome. You don't suck, don't let him to tell you that, because you were really good. Rock's pleased, Kurt's pleased, and the Undertaker's pleased as well. I thought that went very well. Pretty pleased with it. I say it gets fantastic reviews. Just up Andrew. What's this? Possession of illegal steroids has thrust Andrew Test Martin into the spotlight, and once again has begun the debate on how much of an effort companies are putting into. Fuck. So I'm probably going to have to suspend Test. Yep. Shelton, you can have a wee pay rise, that's fine, he's been really good. Test. Can't send him to rehab. It's a suspension then. 28 days. Oh shit. The media have picked up this story about Test in WWE, and WWE have been referenced extensively. The company's taking a big hit to its prestige. Oh fuck. Right, I'll need to keep an eye on that then, because that's quite worrying. So, you know, Prestige is still 94. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong section. Nah, we should still be fine. 94 is not horrible. But yeah, that's quite worrying. Good bit of profit, 4 million. We did not do a great ticket sale wise compared to Mania. But yeah, overall pretty decent. TV revenue was down a little bit. But we'll still get plenty of time. There's still actually another week of the month. That's probably why we're down. But yeah, I've just been a bit struck by that thing with Test. That's worrying. But as I say, he'll be he'll be away for a bit then. That'll be. Shouldn't be taking drugs, you know what I mean? I don't think he's got long left on his contract. Comes to worse, we'll just sack him. I suppose that's always an option, somewhat real life. I can't even see his contract, that's quite worrying then. I've got no idea what his contract is. I'm pretty sure it's a long-term one. Test is on. Where are we? Probably didn't buy him late at the start. Just wasting everybody's time here looking for this contract. But we'll see when his contract comes up then, but that's pretty worrying that an indication, you know, these mods can throw stuff like this up, and you know, it does add a bit of swerveball. I'm sure the 90s were full of the 80s as well. But hopefully, as I say, we're lucky we don't have WCW to be our contenders. We pretty much get a free hit there, so we should still be fine. A few negatives, a 1.8 buy rate. Brock Lesnar doesn't like Mark Henry. Bubba Ray doesn't like Charlie Haas. Ric Flair doesn't like William Regal. Jericho doesn't like Batista. It's all kicking off with people not liking each other. So a bit of a swerveball there. Overall, we'll be positive. And yeah, hopefully things can improve. So cheers for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll add in a wee thing then if you did anything or anyone saw it's been caught with roids, and let me know which mod it was, who the worker was, how you handled it, and what the aftermath was. If you let me know that in the comments section as well, and hopefully I'll see you next week for the next episode in this week of WWE before we head on the road to Judgment Day. Cheers for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.